Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a blessing it is to be no better place than right here, right now. Bank of America Stadium. Bank of America Stadium. The RZB Sports is outside of Bank of America Stadium on NFL game day, bringing the pregame report. And we're going to let a few people join the live, let a few people get in the live. In about 1 minute and 30 seconds, we'll get started. I'll do my introduction and all. As you know, it's a little chilly out here. I got the jacket on, the Adidas underneath, the skull cap, the lamellos, some sweatpants, and my lovely Panther socks. All right, we're almost there. I hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna wait for a few more people to get in, and obviously people will join along the way. That's usually how it works. But let's go. Introduction. Got to get the voice ready. Mic check, mic check. Here we go, here we go. Wow. God is good. All right. We got 15 more seconds. And we're going. We're going. We're going. Got a truck about to back up, so that kind of sucks. All right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is the RZB Sports bringing the pregame report for an NFC South divisional game here from Bank of America Stadium. The visiting Tampa Bay Buccaneers and your own Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers hold a 7-7 overall record. The Buccaneers hold a 7-7 overall record, having a slight edge for first place in the NFC South. But like I said, the NFC South will be on display today here in the Queen City. Two former Heisman quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young, going at it head-to-head today. A fun fact, Alabama Crimson Tide did beat the Oklahoma Sooners in the college football playoffs, 34-24. And here's some good news. Greg Olsen, he is the legend of today's game. He will not be in the broadcast booth. He will be down on the field getting the fans hyped for this game. Now here's some bad news. The Carolina Panthers have not beaten the Tampa Bay Buccaneers since 2022. They are 0-5 in their last 5 meetings. Obviously losing to Tom Brady during his years. And, Baker Mayfield getting the best of us last season. The Carolina Panthers are 4-2 at home this season, beating some really good football teams, if you want me to be honest. They beat the LA Rams here, and they beat the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I know the Dallas Cowboys are not really in the hunt at all for playoff contention, but the Cowboys are still a good team considering they have Dak Prescott, who is playing lights out this season. Now, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they are 4-3 on the road this season, and as a Buccaneers fan, the biggest thing is Baker Mayfield has to get going. He's been struggling. But today may not be the day. Carolina Panther fans are now arriving for the early tailgate 4 hours before the game. And they're bringing the Keep Pounding chants back. Something that hasn't been heard in this stadium since the Cam Newton era. But, hey, we're going to live in this moment. And now let's get into the injuries for the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously, Ike Ekwonu is questionable. He was out of practice Wednesday. He was limited on Thursday. He was out Thursday and he was limited on Friday. This is Ike's skull cap he gave me in New Orleans, so shout out to Ike, my favorite player on this Carolina Panthers team so far, and he is playing good this season, but he is questionable. David Moore is out. He will not be activated, knowing that he was a full participant in practice. Inside linebacker Trevin Wallace is out, and for the second straight week with a hamstring tweak at Carolina Panthers practice, Tershawn Wharton will be out. Now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if you're a Buccaneers fan, you have some good news. This team is healthy. This team is healthy. The biggest news for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week is Jason Pierre-Paul. Jason Pierre-Paul has been activated for today's game. The 36-year-old veteran with 3 fingers, I believe, from a firework. But regardless, he has been activated for today's game. Now, let's look at some of y'all's questions. Me being a Panther fan, I have no idea what is happening in the division. Me either. Auburn boy said finally healthy. He said, let's go Tampa Bay. We're going to beat y'all. We'll see. And what game is this? This is the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I run those tracks right behind you. Oh, really? That's nice. All right, now let's get into the 5 things for the Buccaneers to win and for the Carolina Panthers to win. Starting off with the visiting Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like I said, Baker Mayfield has to get going. He has been struggling. They need the dog to come out of him. They got to fix their pass defense, secondly. They have to stop the run. Panthers' run game is always dangerous, especially here at the bank right behind me. And, fourth, they got to bring pressure on Bryce Young. They cannot let Bryce Young get comfortable with this secondary that's been struggling for the Buccaneers. And lastly, for the Buccaneers, they got to avoid self-inflicted mistakes. They have been one of the NFL teams at its highest committing self-inflicted mistakes, so they must stay away from the mistakes. Now, for the Carolina Panthers, 5 things to know. The secondary shutdown must be on top of its game. We're talking about Ransom. We're talking about Trayvon. We're talking about Nick Scott. We're talking about Mike Jackson. We're talking about J.C. Horn. We're talking about Shaw Smith-Wade. On top of their game today, having some really good matchups. I want to see the secondary on top of their game. We cannot, get it under mistake that we do have the 3-headed GOAT, Mike Evans, playing today, and he is very good. So keeping him under control. Secondly, for the Panthers, Bryce Young, utilize your playmaking ability. Utilize your mobile skills of getting out of the pocket, running when you need to. Man, the dude did good in New Orleans, escaping pressure, getting out of bounds, getting the first down. When we needed him, nothing open downfield. He did exactly his part, avoiding the pressure. Third, for the Carolina Panthers, they must have consistent defensive pressure throughout the entire game. There's no moments of soft playing. It's a physical game all game. We know divisional games are different, but consistent defensive pressure is very important in this one. Don't let Baker Mayfield get comfortable. Don't let him get comfortable. And the Buccaneers got a strong run game going as well, and a very good offensive line. Fourthly, we have to limit the penalties. Limit the penalties. In divisional games, especially when you're playing for a playoff push, especially when you're playing for first place, you have to avoid the penalties. We had some penalties on special teams last weekend in New Orleans. Got to cut that out. No special team flags. Lastly, the Russian attack. Dave Canales, when he became head coach, he emphasized the run game, the run game, the run game will be a very important part of his play calling. He has struggled in some games getting the run game going, like versus the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football. But today, you got to get it going. You got to get it going. Chuba Hubbard, he's been playing good. Rico got in the end zone last game, so we'll see how that plays out. But that is the RZB Sports pregame report for the visiting Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And your own Carolina Panthers. NFC South divisional showdown. No better than in the Queen City at Bank of America Stadium. Thank y'all. Let's answer some comments. I like Panthers hope. Los Angeles in the building. Thank you, man, for supporting me all the way in Los Angeles. I'm a Panthers fan. I'm scared of consistent offense. Yeah, offense got to be better. They better be good on defense and offense. Y'all are trash. Holy emphasis. I run those tracks, finally healthy. They better be good on offense and defense. Hey, I want to say thank y'all so much for the love and the support all season long. It started in Jacksonville, Florida, and now we're here in Week 16. I will be going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game on the road, in which I believe will be for the division, in which I hope it will be for the division. But if the Panthers win today, then I hope the Buccaneers can just lose to the Dolphins next week so we can go ahead and clutch that NFC South division and, rest some of the starters in the final week of the season. That would be pretty nice. And regardless, it's going to be a good trip in Tampa Bay. Florida trips are always the best, always. And shout out the Carolina Panthers for the love that they have shown me this season. Shout out the players that they have had show me love this season. Shout out the Carolina Panther fans. Y'all have shown me so much love. I mean, a man from Concord, North Carolina, went to Mount Pleasant in a small town, and I've always had dreams since I was 12, 13 years old to use the voice, the talent that I have, and the vocal cords that God gifted me with, and this is only the beginning. So I'm not the legend. My supporters are the legend, because without y'all, I wouldn't be able to do what I get to do. Thank y'all so much. And can I say your name? Of course. What's up, Jackie? I'm a Bengals fan. Hey, good luck next year. This Carolina Panthers team, if they make it to the playoffs, it kind of reminds me of the Bengals Super Bowl team when Joe Burrow was a second-year player in the NFL. I am a smooth white bottom boy. Hey, but I wanted to say something. This is Ike Ekwonu's skull cap. And after the game in New Orleans, he gave it to me, right? I have not taken it off since. I didn't even wash it. But hey, let's push for 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Y'all can also go support me on TikTok, the RZB Sports, and on Instagram. On TikTok, we're making that 30,000 follower push, and on Instagram, we just hit 5,000 followers. And wow, I'm just so thankful. All right, now keep pounding nation, Carolina Panther Nation, Tampa Bay Buccaneers Nation. We got us an NFC South showdown in the Queen City at Bank of America Stadium. Thank you all for joining the RZB Sports pregame show.